Well, we may finally see the Metroid Prime 4 release date. It's a Nintendo Direct. I'm going to be co-streaming this. If you're watching this later, you're going to want to skip ahead by about 19 minutes. Nintendo's got sort of like a weird animated thing running before the show starts. So you can see their presentation will begin at 9 a.m. Eastern. It's about 8:41 right now Eastern time. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you guys. We will be going back into Borderlands 4 gameplay today as well. So be sure to stay tuned in for that, and we'll be watching that. And we'll be doing that. We'll be playing that. Also, we will be, maybe we'll see if we'll be doing a Friday night stream with Madam tonight. If we hit the goal. If you guys hit the goal, we'll be doing a Friday night stream. Madam and I will be playing Borderlands. We were playing last night. We probably stayed up a little bit too late playing. We were having a really good time. We had some drinks. We had some pizza. We had some Borderlands. It was a good time. And we hope to share that with you guys this evening. If you guys go even crazier and we end up hitting 750 on the week, that's a new stretch goal thing we've been doing. That unlocks a Saturday stream. We can continue the party and continue playing and having a good time with you guys. We're going to be playing a lot anyway, so I figured, well, let's make a thing of it. So we're having a good time. Oh, it kept crashing on you, Zoob? Yeah, thankfully I wasn't dealing with that. The only headache we were dealing with last night was Madam just kept disconnecting, and then she could reconnect. And then as it got later, she joked. She's like, all the people that are our age stopped playing. She's like, so it stopped happening. So, and that seemed to be the shift thing. You think Metroid Prime 4 Shadow drops today? Oh, I have no... That'll be insane if they do that. I mean, I don't know. Yes, I played on the PS5 Pro, and I spoke to it a little bit in the Discord. I posted a clip on Twitter. Overall, it seems to be running fine on the Pro. I'm definitely noticing some stutters, but frame rate seems largely consistent. The biggest complaint I have on consoles, obviously, there's no FOV slider, so it feels a little zoomed in, especially playing, like, I left it at a 90 FOV on PC for a reason. I didn't want to turn it up. I usually like to run about a 95 or 100 FOV, and I didn't do that because I didn't want to get used to it and then start playing on console and be, stinking miserable. So, yeah. I don't know if they're going to shadow drop Metroid. It would be a really weird time to do that. Not that Borderlands is competing with it, but, like, to drop your game shadow drop on a Friday right after another major release. I don't know. And Silk Song's still buzzing as well as far as player counts go. Have you played Zelda? If I had time, I would be right back there in Tears of the Kingdom. I almost booted it up this week because I didn't have anything to play, but I just started working on... I'm trying to get all of the gun perks unlocked in Returnal. So I started doing that if I have a spare moment, because I can just, like, run Tower of Sisyphus. It's really hard to play Tears of the Kingdom for, like, little short spurts. So if we get a long stretch of a drought, I want to dive back in and play Tears of the Kingdom to completion because I love it. So Metroid Prime could shatter all. Yeah, I kind of agree with Corey. I feel like Metroid's a system seller. I don't know if you would shadow drop it. I feel like you would. Today would be a release date. So that would be my prediction as well. That they would. You really want to leverage your big titles. I mean, if you look at the attach rate. If you look at the attach rate of Mario Kart on Switch 2, I mean, their stuff does very well. And so I would say they're going to want to leverage it in order to, push the console, get the console sales going, especially going into holiday. Not that the Switch needs any help, but just from a marketing strategy standpoint, imagine going into holiday and Metroid driving sales, and then the Switch 2 is like impossible to get. That's a headline that Nintendo is comfortable having. If you are one of the things that no one can get during holiday, that's a good thing. Has Nintendo ever shadow dropped? No, I don't think so. I think where was it, in London? It was like down in like a bus. I don't even know what it was called. Like underground bus tunnel. There were these billboards that said that it was available today, and it made people think, oh, maybe they're going to be doing a shadow drop. And I'm like, I don't think so. I just think somebody misfired and put them up too early is what I thought. So I'm only going to say this once, and if I have to repeat myself, it won't be an enjoyable experience for anybody. I need you guys to not talk about that situation, okay? I said yesterday that these people should consider the fact that they're attached to larger projects than them, and there are going to be consequences for saying things like what was said, but we're not getting into a discussion about it. So they shadow drop small games and remasters before, but never their big games. Yeah, I can't imagine them shadow dropping something like Metroid. So, good morning, Spice King. Welcome in. What am I watching? This is a Nintendo Direct's going to start in about 12 minutes. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Try to get us to 100 likes. I know it's an early start. It's a very random thing for us to do, but it was like I couldn't ignore a Nintendo Direct where they might finally give us a Metroid release date. I did watch Moore's Law's video on the PlayStation 6 leak, and it literally confirms everything that I've been telling people. Like, I was like, yep, and yep. I was like, I told people this was the route they were going to go with PS6. They're not going to try and just give you, this insane leap in just, raw power and raster. It's going to be in, the AI and the lighting, none of what he said surprised me at all. I was like, this is right in line with what my predictions have been about the next gen. Interestingly enough, and I don't think anybody knew this, he talked about this in the video, which I thought was a really good point to bring up to people, that the PS4 didn't even have a stronger CPU than the PS3. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But they leveraged the... dying for a phone's on. They leveraged the GPU. That's how they did it. So, yeah, it's dying for a phone. This is my daughter's song. This will be available on the music channel soon. PS3 had a funky CPU. It was stronger in some ways, but not overall. Right, and I think that's where people need to remember, like, a lot of the times the leaps that you got, there were always going to be times where certain things were not pushed as far as others, and I think that's something people need to remember going forward, is that they're not just going to throw a bunch of, it's stronger hardware, it's stronger hardware, it's stronger hardware, you can get native 8K now. Like, that's not going to be the push. It's so good, like, unironically good. It's sort of frustrating how good it is, Lobo. It's sort of frustrating that, like, my daughter came up with, like, goofy lyrics about how badly she wants a phone, and it ended up making this, like, amazing synthwave song. So, again, no notifications from stream. Only thing you can do is turn them off and back on again. YouTube is still not behaving correctly. It's been behaving better, but it's still not working properly. Be proud of that little one. Oh, she's great. Yeah, I'm very proud of her. She's very, very smart. She's gonna be something, man, like a CEO, or hopefully she doesn't ever want to go into politics, but she's very much about, like, humanitarian stuff, and I'm like, oh boy. She hates money. She hates that people are homeless. She gets up at 7:30 so she can get her homework done, so she can read books in the sunroom and watch the animals. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm raising a little hippie, you know. I'm raising a little tree-hugging hippie. I love her, though. I love that she's got a heart for that stuff. It's I didn't do that, you know. I mean, we definitely were intentional with certain books and stuff. I remember reading a book to her about the first black ballerina. And I've never seen a young child just incensed and angry because they wouldn't let this little girl be a part of the ballet class. And she was like, why? And I was like, well, because of her skin color. And she was so angry. I was like, maybe we shouldn't have read this. This might be a little heavy for your little heart and your little mind. She was so angry. She was furious. But because she was doing ballet at the time. So, like, we were getting ballet books. Ever since then, man, she's strong in some of those categories, man. How are you liking BL4? Oh, I love it. I'm having a blast with it. I feel like Borderlands is back. Madam and I were playing late last night. I was like, we got to go to bed, babe. I was like, oh my gosh, it's midnight. I was like, this stupid Nintendo Direct. I was going to have a lazy morning. You know, I was going to have a lazy morning. And they decided to do a Nintendo Direct at 9 in the morning. And I was like, well, that means I got to go live at 8:30, which means I got to be, up, fairly early to get everything ready. Does Switch 2 get any PlayStation first parties in this Direct? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that's going to be a big push. There were recently a lot of people commentating on that were close to the situation. And they were like, I don't think there's going to be this laundry list to move over like people were saying, because people were not interpreting comments in good faith. It was just a lot of click grabbing, bait. It wasn't good analysis. It just wasn't. It wasn't good analysis. And I think that's why the stories about it died down almost as soon as they cropped up. Like, it was just a bunch of silliness. It's, there's been a lot of death rattles in the console war, and I think that's just one more death rattle, just a pathetic attempt to, like, have something to go nah about, and it was like, there was such a nothing burger. It was like, all right, you guys think this is going to happen, okay. I just don't see, especially with the power of the Nintendo Switch 2, I originally said I could see them bringing over PS4 games that have already been ported, but the difficulty there is porting to the Nintendo Switch is a much different animal than, like, porting to PC. So let's say, because the Nintendo Switch 2 is roughly the strength of like a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, right? So I could see them saying, hey, we ported a bunch of PS4 games. Like, yeah, Chris, we're just not going to talk about that. They ported, Spider-Man 1 to PC, right? It's a PS4 game. You could get that to run on a Nintendo Switch 2. We know this. So, you could compel me that PlayStation sees some kind of an angle of like, hey, let's put some of our biggest PS4 titles over there. And then maybe those people will be like, oh, I really want to play a sequel. The reason that I don't think that that's a good idea, and the reason that I don't think that they would do it, and again, I could be wrong here. My assessment would be, right? My assessment would be, why not? I don't want to talk about it. That's why, Chris. I don't need to explain myself to you. So if you inquire deeper into this, the results won't be pleasant. Like, I don't want to talk about it. That's all you need to know. Beyond that, there's no need for investigative questions into this. I don't think that the group of people who buy a Nintendo Switch 2 and don't have a PlayStation, I don't think that's a very large group of people that would be compelled to be like, hey, I need to get a PS5 now. Does that make sense? Like, if you have a Nintendo Switch 2 and you do not have a PlayStation 5 and you might be interested in the PlayStation 5, I don't think that's a very large group of people. I think lots of people who have Nintendo Switch 2s already have PS5s or they already have a PC. Given that reality, I don't think there's this massive amount of people who are on a Switch 2 and they don't have a PC, they don't have a PlayStation 5, and they would be compelled to get one. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it would be a business strategy that would make a whole lot of sense. I don't think there's a bunch of people that would be compelled to come over. Guys, try to get us to 100 likes before this thing starts. We're obviously off schedule today, so we're gonna need to like ramp up so this stream can go someplace. And Pathalon's gonna help us. Thank you so much, Pathalon. He renews his membership to $3.94, but then does a 10 bomb and takes us to 404. Thank you so much, Pathalon. He's got you guys on the runway of unlocking Madam and I playing Borderlands with you guys tonight. That's a small group of people that have Switch 2s that are interested in PS5 games, have PS5 already. You're on my wavelength, Cat Uncle, and thinking about this. Like, I don't think PlayStation would be like, oh, we better put some games over there. Alex and Stonespire had the same idea. They wanted to bait the 20 bomb. They both did a single. The 20 bomb could still come in and become an Agent of Chaos to get us to the next milestone of 425, and then Milk Dud's going to come in and make it a 407. Thank you so much for keeping your member plus. Hey, Lona, did you cover the whole Nintendo patent situation? Briefly heard about it. Yeah, I don't like what they're doing. I'm not a big fan of Nintendo as a company. I like their IPs. I like their games, but what they do with patents and everything else, I think is ridiculous. I don't think it's good for the gaming market. So... Stone, I was trying to pull a you. Yeah. Everybody's trying to take a page out of Stonespire's book. Setting up those 20 bombs. My mildly qualified opinion is that the latest patent won't survive litigation. Yeah, I think as soon as it's challenged, Zuby, I kind of agree with you. I think there's too many games in the market that already do that sort of thing. I think it'll absolutely fall apart under scrutiny. As soon as it's under scrutiny and as soon as somebody makes a decent legal argument to like, look how many freaking games are already in the market that are doing this. Like, you can't patent something like this, you know? They would love to put their games over there and have their quality be crap. What do you mean? Eugene, I was speaking specifically to PS4 games because we know that the Nintendo Switch 2 could run PS4 games like Spider-Man 1, you know, and other games that they've already ported. My thought from a business perspective is they won't do it because the number of people who have a Switch 2 who could be compelled to get a PS5, they probably either already have one or they have a PC, right? So, like, if you have a Switch 2 and you're open to getting a PS5, you probably already have one. Like, I don't necessarily think that they would need to put games over there to get people to do it. Does that make sense? Like, that's just not a big group of people in my mind. A lot of Switch owners already have a PlayStation 5, or they already have a PC, which means porting PlayStation 4 games over there wouldn't serve much purpose. All right, guys, get us to 100 likes, man. We're having a bit of a slow start today because this was a random stream. Let's go. Let's get it.
Konnichiwa, Miyamoto desu.
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
We'll start today's Nintendo Direct with the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Tomorrow, September 13th, marks 40 years since the launch of Super Mario Bros. In Japan. We got here because so many people have played. Thank you all very much. The Mario games have been supported by evolutions in digital technology and gaming consoles. Additionally, Mario has taken on many different designs in the artwork. At the Nintendo Museum, which opened in Kyoto last year, we've created an art gallery that displays character illustrations drawn during the development of different games. There are also illustrations and pixel art from the Mario series. Also, from now through next September, the ticket for admission will change to the design shown.
Yo, Kaiser, thank you for upgrading the Member Plus, man. We need so many more people to do that. I appreciate that.
Light display. You'll still need a reservation to enter the museum, but we hope those visiting will check it out. On top of that, earlier in May, following Japan and Hollywood, we opened the third Super Nintendo World theme park at Universal Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida. We hope you can experience the world of Super Mario in real life. Next is more news about Kyoto. We'll be supporting the Kyoto Marathon, which will take place next February. Since its inception in 1985, the Super Mario series has been running for 40 years, thanks to everyone's support. But this time, Mario himself will be cheering on the runners. This is the race bib that the runners will wear, which has the Nintendo logo on it. We'll be supporting in other ways as well. If you're interested in marathons, why not take the opportunity to run through Kyoto? Also, coming next spring, please take a look at this.
Mario's, dude. I loved playing that with my wife.
The name of the new movie that Nintendo and Illumination are producing together is the Super Mario Galaxy Movie. What kinds of adventures do you think Mario and his friends will have in
please let it be
space?
true. I love that game.
This movie will be the main event of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Let's also hear some remarks from the movie's co-producer, Chris-san, from Illumination. Chris-san.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. As we celebrate Mario's 40th anniversary, it's an opportunity to reflect on the 4 decades of creativity, imagination.
Look how this guy's sitting. This motherfucker's like, I'm rich, bro. Look at how he's sitting.
And around the world. From its groundbreaking world building to its iconic characters and unforgettable music, the Super Mario Brothers.
Yo, a 50 bomb from Pathalon Phoenix.
Of our culture. All of us at Illumination feel so fortunate to continue our collaboration with Nintendo as we expand the life of Mario in movies. And while the Super Mario Galaxy games are the core inspiration for our story, this next film holds surprises for fans of every Mario era. Our directors, Michael Jelinek and Aaron Horvath, along with the extraordinary team of artists at our studio in Paris, are very busy working to deliver a film that aspires to earn its place in the history we're here to celebrate. Brian Tyler is also returning to
step up your posture game. Yeah, I need to sit to the side like this to do my shows.
To welcome back Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi.
I've had people try to tell me she's not pretty. I don't know. You guys are insane.
Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, and Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek. And as we continue to make progress on the Super Mario Galaxy movie, we look forward to sharing more with you in the future. And until then, thank you, and back to you, Miyamoto-san.
Thank you, Chris-san. I'm also involved in the production every day, and I'm enjoying it. It's a movie worthy of the 40th anniversary. Please wait a little longer for its release. While you're waiting, I have something I'd like to show you. Please take a look at this.
Oh, please. Please. Such a good game. Yeah, this has totally been remastered. You can tell by looking at it. I'm pretty sure we're looking at a remaster here. Oh, the frickin' music is so good in Mario Galaxy. Oh, did somebody pass away? October the 2nd. Okay, so it's not a remaster. Somebody said that Galaxy 1 got upgraded for the Switch 2. I didn't realize that. I will definitely be buying that because I know my kids will love it. Madam and I will love playing through them again.
It's the games that share the movie's title.
We like that a whole lot more than Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's co-op was not fun after a while. Thank you, Super Googly, for the super chat.
For Super Mario Galaxy. Koizumi-san.
Hi.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. From here, I'll introduce the games that will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. First, the two games you just saw were developed around the idea of what Mario's adventures would be like in space.
I'm telling you, these are two of my favorite Mario games. That's why I loved Astro Bot so much, because these are just absolutely brilliant, and they were so fun to play co-op with Madam. We just had such a fun time with it.
In Rosalina's library, you can read a storybook. It's now in both games, and we've also added new pages. We hope you're looking forward to that as well. In addition, the storybook will be available as a real-life product. The new pages I mentioned won't be included, but more details, including the release timing, will be available on the My Nintendo Store website later today, so please check that out. Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 will launch on Nintendo Switch, but you can play these games on Nintendo Switch too. Many other Mario titles are also available on Nintendo Switch, so if there's one you haven't played yet, why not take the opportunity to try it? Okay, let's introduce some other Mario games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
The latest entry in the Mario Tennis series is hitting the court on Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Tennis Fever. Use top spins, slices, lobs, and other familiar shots. But now you can also slide and use other fancy footwork with new defensive maneuvers.
I love the slow motion.
And swing into action with new equipment called Fever Rackets. Keep a rally going to build up your fever gauge. Then unleash a fever shot. Freeze the court with the Ice Racket. Summon mushrooms that shrink your opponents using the Mini Mushroom Racket. Or duplicate yourself with the Shadow Racket. There are 30 Fever Rackets, each with their own abilities. Pair them with 38 playable characters, the most in series history, to find your own strategy. Let's see the game modes being served up. A talking flower provides riveting commentary in tournament mode. Aim for the top by completing different objectives in the Trial Towers mode. Play matches with unexpected rules in Mix It Up mode. Even some where you'll experience wonder effects. In the online modes, choose between casual play with customizable rules in Online Room, or go for glory in ranked matches. You can even gently swing your Joy-Con 2 controller like a racket for a more authentic experience in Swing mode. Plus, after encountering monsters on a remote island, Mario and friends are transformed into babies, kicking off a series of unexpected events in the game's Adventure mode. With their tennis skills gone, the babies will need to learn how to play and defeat the monsters to return to normal. Mario Tennis Fever launches on Nintendo Switch 2 February 12th.
That was Mario Tennis Fever. It features familiar tennis gameplay, but unique to this latest entry are Fever Shots, which change depending on your racket. There are plenty of other modes as well, so please look forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Hi! What'll it be? Wow!
More multiplayer mayhem is coming to the Flower Kingdom in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Plus meet up in Bella Bell Park. A large plaza has been discovered in the...
I always get so excited about games like this, and then, like, platformers like this, they're so hard co-op. Like, they're fun for a little bit, and then it's like these games I feel like are so much better by yourself. Like, it's almost stressful to play with other players. You know what I'm saying? Like, Super Mario Bros. Wonder was such a great platformer. But, like, when Madam and I would play it, we would just get stressed out. It was just like... I don't know why. We've never been able to enjoy a platformer together.
Use items to duke it out. Dodge attacks and try to survive.
Whoever's it at the end loses.
Run and hide in tag. If you're tagged, you're it. And the other players get to transform and hide.
Work together to relay.
Pass the bomb to each other so it doesn't explode before you reach the goal.
Work together to get to the goal.
Place donut blocks while your friends run across them.
Jump to the beat.
Jump in time and the lift will rise. Get in sync, then 1, 2, 3, jump! Plus, there are so many other attractions to enjoy. Grab your friends and family for multiplayer fun in Bella Bell Park. The Nintendo Switch 2 Edition adds other new content as well. Look forward to more on that in the future. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition.
Thanks for the single gift to Joker Quinn. At least they're bringing new content to it, and it's not just like, hey, buy this game again because it's slightly better. Like, at least they're adding a whole new thing with, like, games and stuff. It's Nintendo, so they're gonna sell this. They're gonna sell the snot out of their IP.
Name implies. Meet up in Bella Bell Park adds more multiplayer options to enjoy. It also adds other new content, so stay tuned for more details in the future. about these chatty characters.
Was it something I said?
The talking flowers. We actually made them.
We kind of look alike, huh?
Oh, really? Sometimes they'll talk on their own, just like that. These talking flowers can make everyday life a little more fun. They're planned for release next spring. Okay, next is the last game for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary part of this presentation.
One day, on the island where Yoshi and his friends live, a talking book named Mr. E suddenly falls from the sky. It looks like the book has information within its pages about unusual creatures. But it can't actually see what's written down. So Yoshi jumps in to help investigate. First, let's study this flower-like creature. We found it right away. It tastes kind of sweet. You can carry this creature on your back. Touch flower buds with it, and they'll bloom. As you wander through the book, you'll make all sorts of discoveries about the creatures you find. And those discoveries will be written down. Hey, we found some dandelions. Touch them and they'll scatter in the air. Oh no, that creature is stuck. It seems like the dandelions can absorb nutrients. Oh, they can even cause rocks to crack. Thanks to them, we were able to break the rock. It looks like there are still lots of unusual creatures residing within the book. A page-turning adventure awaits.
I love the art style. I can't quite figure out what kind of game it is. Like, is it a cozy platformer?
Mysterious book launches on Nintendo Switch 2.
4 years, Freddie Jackson. Man, that's a lot of time, dude. Thank you.
A new game starring Yoshi is on the way. The game takes place within a mysterious book. You'll make discoveries and encounter all sorts of things as you're exploring. Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. In addition to the games coming in the future, the new movie releases next spring. We hope you enjoy all sorts of adventures with Mario.
It's like the original Yoshi Story 64. Yeah, I didn't play Yoshi's Story. We played a lot of Yoshi's Island.
We'll introduce games launching on Nintendo Switch.
Okay, so Mario Galaxy 1 did get a patch. I didn't know that.
It's time to storm into Cryptica.
Okay.
The mesmerizing world of Cryptica awaits in this 2D side-scrolling roguelike adventure. Fight your way through this 80s anime-inspired realm solo or with a friend in couch co-op, where every battle is twice as chaotic and twice as thrilling. Hone your swift swordplay against a variety of foes. Uncover a wide array.
Oh, I added your gifted, Mike. Thank you so much for doing it.
And glide through ever-shifting biomes with graceful, acrobatic moves. With the help of magical creatures called Storm Hearts, you'll gain permanent upgrades to boost your abilities and help you on your next run. And in couch co-op mode, you can experiment with ability upgrades by combining and sharing power-ups for different playstyles. Storm Lancers launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system later today.
That looked fun. That looks fun.
The Wilderness is...
All these great co-op games are going to come out as soon as frickin' Borderlands is out, dadgummit.
Alien Outback. In this charming survival life sim, there are plenty of ways to make this wilderness your home. Plant crops, catch fish, gather resources, and plenty more. But don't let your guard down while exploring. Wild creatures may attack, so use your tools, weapons, and wits to make it out in one piece. As you progress, you can turn this rugged island into a bustling town. Visit shops, enjoy festivals, and talk with visitors. Some of them might even decide to live here. Plus, up to 4 friends can build and explore together in local or online co-op. Dinkum launches as a timed console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch system.
What should you do? Well, you should dink 'em.
The demo will be available later today on
I'm
Nintendo
sorry.
eShop.
I am so
Embark on a colorful adventure. Save a mysterious planet in the platforming adventure PopCom. Team up locally or online in this multiplayer-only game. On this
I'm
planet,
so proud of myself for that.
attack enemies with the same color to defeat them. Each adventurer can only fire 2 colors, so you'll need to swap between them during battle. Timing is critical too. Work together to fire colors at the right time to overcome obstacles. You can also use items like shields to block.
I told you we were going to get a bunch of great co-op games as soon as Borderlands came out. I told you. I've been waiting for this one for a long time. It looks like it'd be so fun to play with my kids.
Found at the end of stages. Team up to take them down. Additionally, in party mode, up to 4 pals can take on a variety of challenges together. A colorful co-op adventure awaits in PopCom, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
You're never sorry you keep hurting me. I live for the moments before chat can react. There's a few seconds of delay. It's my favorite because I know it's coming. I know
Let's take a
everyone's
look
gonna
at
be
what's
so
happening
mad.
in the Tomodachi Life Living the Dream game. You're in charge of this island.
Gosh.
You can create me characters of anyone you'd like living here. Base them on a friend, a family member, or even yourself.
That was Yasuke. Did you guys
Once
see
you've
Yasuke?
chosen their personality and voice,
This game's woke.
My name is Anne.
your me is good to go.
I can't wait to start living here.
The me characters you create will enjoy their
That book,
island
it
life
just said
however they see
horror
fit.
on it. Oh, gosh.
Wonder what's up?
I do.
I'm so hungry.
Food for thought. Enjoy.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable.
Looks like that hit the spot. This
Yo, thanks for 20 months, Wheezy.
Someone needs a pick-me-up.
Leave a charcoal with a Gramby. Oh, blap.
They really hit it off, all thanks to this meetup. This is just a small.
Listen, I'm
slice
just going
of
to
a
say it.
life
I know
here on the
people might not want to hear
Stay
this,
tuned
but
for
I
more
think
information
Expedition
in the
33
future.
needs to look out, dude. This is game of the year right here. From a bowling ball, what's happening? Breaking news, there's a runaway bowling ball downtown. It's already killed 18 people, and 1 person stuck in the hole.
Following previous reports of a 2026 release date, we can now confirm that Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, launches next spring. More on this story as it develops.
The frickin' Dr. Spatzo voice.
News in that trailer. Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream will launch next spring.
$5 super chat from Mike on the mic says, oh, hell no.
Please wait a little longer for this new Dream Life.
Oh,
Next
we're
up
gonna
are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2.
we're gonna do our best.
Some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
So Stone Spire's gonna do 2 singles. Somebody do a 10 bomb before somebody ruins it. He's gonna do 2 singles to get it to 65. 75 is the next milestone. Don't let anybody ruin it.
Fighter in this totally collection of Mortal Kombat classics. This compilation features multiple classic games from the 90s and early 2000s, including arcade, console, and handheld versions. Friendship matters, so fight your pals locally or take the in-game tournament global with added support for online play. Want a break from combat? Dive into an interactive documentary that includes concept art, archival footage, and exclusive interviews with the original creators. Prepare to test your might when...
Thank you for 49 months, Light Leap, and then Joker Quinn comes in and ruins it. 467, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like button as well. Appreciate you hanging out.
First game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. Step into the role of Cloud Strife, a former member of Shinra's elite soldier unit. While he is working as a mercenary, the legendary hero Sephiroth, who supposedly died on a past mission, suddenly appears. The fate of the planet is now in your hands. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
Thank you, Stephanie, for 26 months.
System, January 22nd. Save the world from malicious machines in this action roguelite adventure. Battle foes to rescue robot allies. Collect resources and create a place for others to call home. Then, customize your weapon classes and unlock powerful abilities. You can also catch fish, harvest crops, and craft items between missions.
I was gonna really enjoy this game with Madam, but it's just such a mobile game. It's not fun. I didn't like it.
Supported on Nintendo Switch 2. Linked Banner of the Spark launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch later today.
I could see people enjoying it, but we did not enjoy it. Hades?
Well, daughter of Hades, princess of the underworld, 'twould seem that you are finally prepared. But time itself is against us, and war has come to Mount Olympus. Shall you rush now to your family's defense? Or shall you strike our enemy in the heart of the underworld?
You know me, Headmistress. I'll do both.
Hades anime when?
Death to Kronos.
Prepare to battle beyond the underworld of Greek myth in Hades 2. Play as the princess of the underworld to take on the sinister titan of time. Wield powerful weapons of night, the Sister Blades, the Moonstone Axe, the Witch's Staff, and more. Cast a binding circle to ensnare your enemies and gain the upper hand. Along the way, the gods of Olympus will grant you new skills and abilities. Mix and match to find the most powerful combinations. Each time you set out, you'll be faced with different choices. And you'll keep growing stronger and unlocking new upgrades. Discover new secrets and unravel the story. On Nintendo Switch 2, experience the action.
Thanks for the 5-bomb sorcerer.
Per second in TV mode. Hades 2 launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 25th.
Did they say TV mode?
New amiibo figures ride in.
They say 60 FPS in TV mode?
The Kirby Air Riders game is coming soon, and 2 new amiibo are also on the way. Tap them to summon figure players that you can train.
Oh, 120? Did it say 120 for TV?
Your figure players will level up as they compete. and their machine's proficiency level will
Yeah, 60 for handheld's pretty good. I mean, you need it for that game. So yeah, 120 TV mode. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what the frick? I was like, I can't imagine trying to play that on handheld if you can't get 60.
in the game, you can choose your rider and machine. Levels are also transferred over. These 2 new amiibo will be available November 20th, the same day as the game's launch. Be on the lookout for even more Kirby Air Riders amiibo updates in the future. And a second Kirby Air Riders Direct, hosted by the game's director, Mr. Sakurai, is also on the way. After traveling back,
I love that Kirby Air Riders Game of the Year is now a meme here. I love it.
Rauru
I love it.
and the Queen, Sonia. She joins them to take on Demon King Ganondorf in a
Queen Sonia looks sad, and I think we can all fix her.
war. Take on hordes of enemies as you fight alongside your allies. Like this brave Korok. Get familiar with your allies' abilities so you know which character to swap to in any situation. Zonai devices can bring water, wind, and other effects to combat. Make strategic use of them to counter your enemies and alter the flow of battle. Pair up with nearby allies to unleash mighty sync strikes. Depending on the pair, sync strikes can deal high damage or have a variety of other effects. Invite a friend to fight alongside you in split-screen co-op. And with Game Share, you can play together on 2 separate systems, even if only one player has the game. Uncover ancient truths that were only glimpsed in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment launches on Nintendo Switch 2 November 6th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
All right, we're halfway through. Excuse me.
Right, that's enough for one day. Time for me to head back to the castle. And remember, not a word about this place to anyone. There's more to the world than this island, and we're going to prove it. Okay, 1, 2, 3!
It all began with a spark of curiosity. Guided by a mysterious tablet, a group of young heroes embark on a journey to reclaim a lost world. As they venture into the unknown, they'll encounter mighty foes and a myriad of twists and trials. What awaits them beyond it all? Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
That's the spirit. Look out, world. Here we come.
That was Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. We hope you're looking forward to the journey ahead in this reimagined world. Now, we'd like to announce two things. First, here's some news about the Nintendo Today smart device app. The app continues to deliver all sorts of information about Nintendo games and characters on a daily basis. And we're adding a new Kirby theme. We're also delivering information regularly about Kirby Air Riders leading up to the game's release, so please check that out. Secondly, we have news about Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack. Please take a look at this.
Coming to Nintendo Classics, Virtual Boy. You'll be able to enjoy a collection of Virtual Boy games in stereoscopic 3D while playing on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. In order to play, you'll need this dedicated accessory. This recreates the form of the original Virtual Boy hardware by inserting a console to play.
No! Get the frick out!
Both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch are supported.
Get out of here!
Play Mario's Tennis, Galactic Pinball, Telero Boxer, and more. The 14 classic games shown here are planned to be released over time. Virtual Boy Nintendo Classics is scheduled to launch February 17th.
Yeah.
The dedicated accessory needed to play Virtual Boy Nintendo Classics will be available in the future.
This is the dumbest thing ever, and I want it.
Will also be available.
I want it so bad. Yes.
We hope you're looking forward to Virtual Boy
Oh, I am
Nintendo
so
Classics.
looking forward.
Okay, let's see some more headlines.
Oh my gosh.
The Crimson Butterfly soars again.
I'll never forget seeing Virtual Boys at KB Toys in the mall and being like, "Oh my gosh, that's the coolest thing. That's the future."
But when twin sisters, Mio and Mayu, find themselves lost and wander into the village, they encounter the unthinkable. The victims of a past tragedy.
Oh, I thought they were going to say Mormons. I was like, oh, it'd be terrible. They'd knock on your door.
The camera obscura, a device that can pacify the unsettled ghosts and find a way home. But as she delves deeper into the mystery,
Don't let go of my hand.
Mayu's sanity slips away. Where will the Crimson Butterfly lead them? Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system early next year.
No, there are Mormons that hang out here. I was just kidding. You know. And I actually it'd be a little bit more scary if it was Jehovah's Witnesses. I agree with Joker Quinn. Derek's in chat and he says, I borrowed one for a few months a decade ago. It's wild to play. Oh yeah, Virtual Boy was so cool. I'll never forget seeing him in the mall and being like, that's the future right there.
And more in Overcooked 2, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Serve up dishes and reactions while you cook together. Mouse controls are cropping up in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Stardew Valley. Plus, up to 4 friends locally can play in split-screen multiplayer. And with Game Share, up to 4 players can play together if one person has the game. 5 new levels, including Candyland and Museum, are dropping in with Human Fall Flat Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Plus, with mouse controls, you can enjoy a new way to wobble with physics-based fun. Craving more to clean? PowerWash Simulator makes its triumphant return with a shiny new entry in the relaxing Clean 'em Up series. Unholster your washer and effortlessly blast the dirt away as you transform your sullied surroundings into squeaky clean scenes. Make use of new tools and supplies, including enhanced soap, a surface cleaner, additional power washers, and rigging equipment for those hard-to-reach places. Wash your way through a fresh campaign as you explore even more of Muckingham. Then venture into new, grimy locations, including Detergento and Lubra City. After a hard day's work, take some time to unwind in your home base and spruce up the place with furniture and accessories you've collected. And for the first time, up to 4 players can make progress in the campaign together in online co-op, or split the work between 2 players with local split screen. Very satisfying indeed. Sit back, relax, and clean to your heart's content when PowerWash Simulator 2 launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this fall. The fruit matching phenomenon returns. Suika Game is back, and rounder than ever. This time, the fruit falls toward the center of a circle, and you can drop it from any angle. It's 360 degrees of fruit dropping fun. If you combine fruits a certain number of times, it's super evolution time.
Yo, Stone Spire rounds us out to 475. Joker Coin comes in and Agent of Chaoses it up. Takes us to 476. Getting closer to that weekly goal for some Borderlands tonight. Purple, save your stuff. We're going to have a big day over there. All right? Just hold your horses.
Rotate, aim, and go for the watermelon when Suika Game Planet launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch this winter.
Yeah, Omar, I wonder if your eyes will hurt on the Virtual Boy now that it's going to be like a traditional screen instead of whatever the thing was that they used back then. I think it was probably very different tech, right? I'm sorry, what? Oh my gosh. When? Tell us! Tell us when! Thank you! December the 4th. Yeah, that'll be outside of Game of the Year contention. Sorry, boys.
You're from, DK? This island is beautiful.
DLC is smashing its way into Donkey Kong Bonanza. This new edition lets you barrel around DK Island, the home of some familiar faces. And if you finish the main game story, Void Kong will offer you a position in the ranks of the Void Company.
What do you think? Ready!
Your mission? Collect as much shiny green ore as you can in Emerald Rush. Meet your emerald quota within the time limit to clear each round. The key to amassing emeralds is collecting fossils to gain perks. Collect a fossil and you'll get to pick from 3 random ones.
There's just too many games, because I would love to go back and finish this by myself. It just wasn't fun like co-op. It was absurd in co-op. Like, Madam could just destroy everything, and we got bored very quickly. I think by myself I would enjoy it. You got to be in the mood for a game like this. You know what I mean?
You can also smash Bonanza gems to gain random skills that power up Donkey Kong during your run. Your perks and skills reset after each run. But Fossil and Bonanza gem locations stay the same. Refine your winning strategy with each go. When a run ends, you'll earn in-game rewards based on how well you did. Playing can net you new fashions and statues to display on DK Island. Plus, you'll get to play Emerald Rush on more layers. Take on the challenge to earn that promotion. The Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island, and Emerald Rush paid DLC launches on Nintendo Switch 2 later today. Plus, a free demo of the main game will also be available on Nintendo eShop later today.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is getting...
Yeah, it's a good thing nobody did a patent on roguelike mechanics, because if they did, then Nintendo wouldn't be able to create this. Maybe they should frickin' think about that.
Emerald Rush, and exploring this modern take on DK Island. Next, please take a look at this.
Pokemon.
This land is just waiting to be shaped by a Ditto that looks like a human? And what's that in the grass? Oh, that's Bulbasaur, a grass-type Pokemon. What's this? Looks like Ditto's got an idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Pokemon Crossing, right?
By learning this move, you can make grass grow. Squirtle's water gun will keep it all healthy. As nature flourishes, so do the Pokemon. Collect rocks and wood to build with. Till the fields and grow delicious crops.
I feel like my daughter would play just the absolute frick out of this.
On you meet. There's so much to do here.
Yeah, my daughter might not look at the character though. I think she would like everything else about this game, but she would say that the character looks creepy.
Go at your own pace, and you'll have a wonderful space before you know it.
I did not go.
Pokemon Pokopia.
I did not Pokopia. Yeah, a bunch of copium. Anyway, I did not go to the Pokemon movie back then. Yeah, I wasn't a big Pokemon guy back in the day. Still, I'm not a Pokemon guy. Yeah.
where a Ditto with a human appearance builds a new life with other Pokemon. Next, we have information about another Pokemon game, which launches very soon.
I mean, I don't think they have anything to worry about. I feel like that's going to sell like a kajillion copies.
Pokemon have been discovered in Lumio City, where people and Pokemon live. Pokemon Legends ZA launches October 16th. We have one more Pokemon trailer. Please take a look.
They finally stopped doing that snap thing. They're like, we're going to announce the DLC ahead of time.
Pokemon Legends.
Yeah, we've already got DLC. Yeah, in 1998, I would have been a sophomore in high school, so I just wasn't into Pokemon then. You know what I mean? I was like wearing Jenko jeans and hanging out with, you know, skaters and listening to Smashing Pumpkins and the Foo Fighters. Like, I wouldn't have been into Pokemon. What are my thoughts so far? Metroid looked great, and Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 being sold for Switch 2 is very exciting. Those are my favorite Mario games that I played with Madam back in the day.
Are you okay? You seem pretty out of it.
Originally released over 10 years ago, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair is making the ultimate comeback. While on a school trip to Jabberwock Island, you and your classmates are trapped in a murderous game. After each deadly incident, a heated class trial will begin.
Oh, and the Virtual Boy thing is pretty cool and pretty exciting. I remember thinking that was so cool when I was a kid and we never got one. Yeah, and then the Mario Galaxy movie is pretty exciting.
Along with the main game, an additional story is included. One incident will trigger an entirely new scenario with different victims and culprits.
The wait is over! The next class trial is about to begin!
Danganronpa 2x2 launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems next year. Make history in the Three Kingdoms. Dynasty Warriors Origins is marching on to Nintendo Switch 2. The Three Kingdoms, an era of warring factions. As a nameless hero, join forces with Xiao Xiao, Sun Jian, or Liu Bei on your journey to become a true warrior. Your choices will influence your story and may even alter historical events from the Three Kingdoms. Plus, paid DLC is on the way. Choose a different path and experience new developments that weren't in the main story. Walk your own path and become a one-man army. When Dynasty Warriors Origins and the DLC both launch on Nintendo Switch 2, January 22nd. Two fates are now intertwined. Welcome to the sprawling world of Monster Hunter, where all sorts of monsters live. By bonding with certain creatures called monsties, you can traverse the land, climb cliffs, swim across water.
Did they make this man read a script where he had to say monsties?
However, a strange phenomenon that causes petrification now threatens the world. It's up to you to venture forth and find the source of the danger in order to prevent total calamity. Raise your monsties, bond with them, and work together to face whatever stands in your path.
A $10 super chat from Alex. With Kirby Air Riders being the game of a generation, what do you think the knock-on effect will be for the next 10 years?
March 13th.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Hello? Yes.
Oh, snap.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude.
Oh, you're FBI? Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
Grace. Stay close to me.
I'm coming.
Keep moving.
What did she say?
What's wrong?
I'll explain later.
I've been watching you. You're not like other people, you know. You're quite unique.
Grace.
There's no escaping your destiny.
Dear Lord, that's going to be terrifying. I can't wait to play it. No! They're bringing them both. Dude, Resident Evil 7 is just...
A brand new entry in the Resident Evil series is launching on Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you're looking forward to Resident Evil Requiem, where you'll face unknown nightmares. Plus, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, the first in the series with a first-person perspective. And Resident Evil Village, which broke new ground for the series, also launched the same day. Thank you for watching so far. Next will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
All right, what do you got? Either a big third party or a big first party. It's going to go with big third party.
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength. Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts. Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun!
I only want to fight so I can save my father's life.
What I seek is a great strength, an unyielding strength for any foe, sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold dear. Above all, I need the strength to lead my people, strength enough for a queen!
It is imperative that I face it again. I must cull it with this blade. My full strength.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me. For that reason, I refuse to die.
I won't let you hurt her!
And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
For those who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the Divine Sovereign, that I vow to you.
The years were long, weren't they? Have you forgotten me so soon?
That was the trailer for Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, the latest in the series. This intertwining story happens alongside the thrilling, heroic games. What kinds of stories await? Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Well, they're getting Metroid Prime in just before the buzzer. We got a date for it, December the 4th. That's exciting. Pokemon guys got a date for your game. Yeah, Metroid was there. Yeah, December the 4th. There's like open world sections with a bike as well, like a motorcycle looking thing that was pretty stinking awesome. Yeah. Lona's lack of excitement for Fire Emblem was funny. Yeah, I have no attachment to Fire Emblem. Sorry, boys. I apologize. I apologize. There are games from an entire time period that, like, people go nuts over. They're like, oh my gosh, you know, it's Ancient Stone 9. And I'm like, I don't know what the frick this is. Like, there are certain games and franchises I just never touched. You know? Sorry. It's like people getting super, super excited about Pokemon. I'm like, I am aware of Pokemon, but I don't get excited for Pokemon. Fire Emblem's huge. It's definitely not an egg game. I didn't say it was an egg game. I said nothing about the game. I said I don't have attachments to it. Like, it's like when people get really excited about Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, all right. To be fair, Fire Emblem gameplay does not scream Lono. Yeah. If it's turn based, you know, if it's old school turn based RPG style games, like I just never got into those games. You know. I heard Lono let out a death metal scream from the kitchen. I'm wondering what that was. It might have been when I was shocked that they were doing a Virtual Boy. Guys, really, really quickly, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button. We're going to be shifting gears here in a little bit. I do need to schedule the next stream. And we got some exciting things happening today. And we do want to dive back into Borderlands gameplay. And I know people that like love talk show and want talk show are not going to be like super appreciative of this, but when stuff like this happens, we got to put our time in, you know. We got to put our time in and play a game. And it is it is well worth it to spend time with a new game, especially one that I'm enjoying and one I feel like we can do good coverage of and good commentary on. So let's see here. I'm gonna need a briefest of breaks here. Hang on a second. Create new. All right. Let's see here. Borderlands 4. Okay. And I'm going to do my best, guys. I know it's very different whenever we do gameplay like this, like very early in the day, especially on a Friday. We are working on a pretty huge goal as well, to have a stream tonight where Madam and I play. If you guys go beyond that, to the 750, you're going to be able to enjoy Saturday stream as well. I don't think I saw a single game I'd buy. Oh, yeah, I was also screaming metal, like a metal voice after the Metroid Prime trailer. Could we get 14 more likes on the video? That would be super, super helpful because people will watch this VOD later, and that will be helpful to us. Okay. Yeah, you would have been interested in the Mario Galaxy games, probably, Eugene, but you recently acquired them, right? Like you found like a copy of that thing that everybody was trying to find where you can play it. Okay. And okay. And Joker Quinn's going to bump the line again by 1. Always in here doing the thing. Appreciate you very, very much. Member battle is 81-1. Twitch, you guys are going to need to bring some craziness today. You will know why in about 45 minutes or so. Give me a brief second so that we're ready to jump into the next stream. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm back. Saw the movie. Yeah, the next Super Mario Brothers movie is going to be Mario Galaxy. And then they're doing a Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. They're going to be selling it in like October, I think. I got to meet a bunch of producers a few days, the Art of BL4, and even Randy Pitchford. Oh, nice, Lone Wolf. Nice. Wonderful Nintendo Direct. Hades 2 surely getting a nomination for Game of the Year. Deciding the nominations for Game of the Year going to be incredibly tough. Hades 2 comes out too late in the year to get nominated. You got to be out before like November the 15th or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, so Hades will not be in contention this year. Hilly is trying to summon a 50 bomb over here on purple. Hold tight there. Hold tight there, boys. Hold tight there. We can just have a talk show here for the next 30 minutes or so. You see the PS6 will have ray tracing like a 5090. Yeah, I watched Moore's Law is Dead's video. Yes. It basically supported everything that I had been saying about the next wave of hardware, specifically from PlayStation, in that they were going to focus more on ray tracing and AI. And that's how they're going to enhance like visuals and make the games look really, really nuts. So, having that on a console for what sounds like a price lower than the Pro is going to be a pretty going to be pretty good, I think. Some major news incoming. What is that changing for Twitch? What is that? Super Mario Galaxy games are $40 each. Okay. They launch like October the 2nd, don't they? Madam and I absolutely loved those. Yeah, October the 2nd. I would imagine by then, I don't know if we'll still be playing Borderlands by then, her and I. I probably will still be. We'll see. FSR 4 coming to consoles too. Yeah, it's not surprising. PSSR is supposedly getting the FSR 4 algorithm next year. Oh, life-changing. It isn't going to be life-changing. It'll just be a big day. I mean, you guys could make it a life-changing day. If you summon all your powers over there. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a combo thing as well. Yeah, you can just get Galaxy 2 because you played Galaxy 1. Yeah. The Ditto Pokemon game was weird AF. My daughter will love that game, but I don't know if she'll be able to get over how weird the character looks. What's happening with Twitch? I will tell you in about 40 minutes. We're going to be playing Borderlands today, and I need you guys to really bring it. I need you to bring it. If some of you guys even feel like throwing your support on Purple today instead of YouTube, that would be greatly appreciated. So we will see. And if you guys get that 750, stretch, and we stream tomorrow, it could be a really good moment for us to have, a big show of support today, to do some streams with Madam playing Borderlands. Could be a big show of good things for us. Something happened? No, nothing happened. It'll be a good thing. It will be a good thing. We are going to continue playing Borderlands. I'll push for support there. Thank you, Behemoth. We will be playing Borderlands on my PC again today. The performance to me was fine. We made it pretty far. I don't see any reason to use my PlayStation since this will be a particular save that I only play with you guys. Anytime I'm not playing with you guys, I'll be playing with Madam on the PlayStation 5 Pro, which we played last night and had a perfectly fine time. There certainly are still some stutters and some minor performance things. Also, an FOV slider's desperately needed on console. I don't know if we're going to get one anytime soon because they're going to be probably focusing on like bug squashing and optimization and the stutters. So that just to me makes the most sense. Because we're wanting to kind of go the distance with Borderlands and see if we can do something with it. So, we're kind of entertaining the idea of going forward. We'll do the talk show, and then we'll end every day in Borderlands until we feel like it's kind of run its course. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen super fast because we've been wanting something for me to kind of like dive into and chop up. I do need to make time for my Ghost of Tsushima video next week, though. I think I'm nearing the second half of the script. The video is going to be insane. We're going to do our best. Yeah, I got the code for PlayStation yesterday, and that's how Madam and I were playing last night. Yes. I did not see the airstrike gun that Shroud got, but I did see the clip. Yote? No, this has nothing to do with Yote. I don't think we'll be able to do a whole lot with Yote other than just like play it. We'll see. We shall see. Because that's a game I'm obviously heavily looking forward to, and I'm pouring a lot of time into a video about Tsushima to have as like a lead up to it. So What do you rate Borderlands 4 so far? I would give it like a really strong 8. Maybe even an 8.5. The performance issues are what kind of chop it down for me. Okay, so in the realm of Borderlands, I would give it a super strong score, like a 9. It is a fantastic Borderlands. It's like what I wanted. How long will that video be? I don't know. It might end up being almost an hour long. So in the realm of Borderlands, I feel like Borderlands 4 is excellent. I mean, it is an excellent Borderlands. It is fantastic. In the realm of games this year, it's definitely going to be in my top 5. You know, the performance issues just are always going to be a bummer. They're always going to kind of sour the experience a little bit. They're always going to make you kind of say, you know, really? Like, so... Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get into discussing everything that has happened, right? You guys know where I land on this stuff. I do not think people that work for developers should be speaking out on issues like this. I do not think people should be doing that, and I think it puts entire companies and projects in jeopardy. I think what the person said and how people are behaving is reprehensible, and I think when you do that, you know, everybody's all about accountability and consequences until it comes to their doorstep. So I don't know what to say. There are things that are just absolutely beyond the pale, and you know, putting your entire project and your entire company and everything they spent and did, you know, putting all that at risk. I don't know. When the guy did it with Avowed, it was like, you're attached to something that's so much bigger than you and your personal beliefs. I just think it's insane that people do this stuff. And if you thought what, you know, happened with the guy from Avowed was crazy, what has happened in the last 48 hours has got to be some of the most, it's almost like we're living in a simulation. It's like, this can't be real. These people cannot be real. It's utter insanity. Context. There was an individual who was killed this week, and there were people celebrating it and thinking that that's not going to have repercussions, consequences, or strong reaction. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Again, I feel like we're in another timeline or something. I'm not going to make content about it. I'm not going to go after anybody. I'm just in utter disbelief. It's like I don't have words. I can't even construct sentences about it. It's like, it causes me utter disbelief. I'm not buying Ghost looks woke. There's nothing about it that looks woke. I don't understand. I don't know why anybody would say it's, you know, woke. Any misrepresentation. Main actress of Yote also got flack for her beliefs. I think there's a complete and utter different thing when, like, people were giving the actress flack for her beliefs. She can't bring those to the game. Like, Mark Hamill has very, very strong beliefs about things. It doesn't affect his ability to be an amazing Joker in the Batman games, right? This was completely and utterly different. This was not, I disagree with that person, I don't agree with their worldview. This was celebration. And I think that's indefensible. I don't think there's any way you can logically backflip your way to a place where you're like, that's totally fine to do. I cannot. I have my own personal beliefs and convictions, and celebrating that is beyond the pale. Like, it's off the map. There's no graph to measure it. There's no way to like talk about it in a way that isn't like strongly condemning that. You want to come out and you want to have discussions about views, and you want to come out and have discussions about comments and things that were made, and you know, that's not the same as celebrating what happened. That is dark. There is just something very dark about that. So the person that did it, you know, is fired. I don't know if anybody else is going to get fired. It happens all the time, and it is consistently dark. If anybody is celebrating that, I don't have words for that. I don't have words. I don't know the backstory, the lore, the receipts of every single person in existence, so I certainly don't know the backstory and the lore and the receipts on Charlie. I don't. But I know he was a dad. And as a dad, I'm just like, I've been close to that. We are very close to a family. And Dad didn't come home one night. And I just can't. I can't. The wreckage that causes, I don't even understand how anybody could throw confetti in the air for that. Because they were doing it? No, I'm not engaging in all the whataboutisms in chat, because I don't really care about your frickin' whataboutisms. If you hold a position at a company, if you're a community manager or developer, and you're attached to some big project, and you want to do that, there's going to be consequences. If there would have been developers, community managers, or people working on video games that would have celebrated stuff like this in the months leading up, because there were obviously sick and twisted people doing that on Twitter. There are sick and twisted people all over Twitter. We usually look at that as reprehensible, trollish, and unhinged, and we condemn it. Nobody ever says that that's okay. Nobody ever says that that's okay. The difference here is you have people with platforms, you have people with influence, you have people with YouTube channels, you have people with Twitch streams, you have people that are working on video games, you know, saying these sorts of things. I don't think I've ever seen anybody justify this in the past. We would call it unhinged. We would say that's insane. We would say that's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what to say. The whataboutism is insane to me. Yes, this happens all the time. Twitter is a place of insanity. It is an absolute place of insanity. And people have done this before. Anytime something like this happens, there are people that'll be gross about it, and there are people that'll be reprehensible about it. I can't imagine working on a video game or having a Twitch channel or a YouTube channel and thinking that, like, yeah, it's totally okay to celebrate something like this. That's where I feel like it's different. So it's touching video games, and that's why. It's touching video games because of that. These sorts of things never come up because there are people in our Discord being like, well, nobody talked about this a couple of months ago. And it's like, well, yeah, this didn't touch video games. This is touching video games because there are people in the gaming industry working on video games, community managers, developers, engineers, what have you, that are deciding to speak out and say things that are indefensible. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't see any developers, community managers, or engineers, or anybody working on video games celebrating this sort of thing in the past 10 years. In the 10 years that I've covered gaming, I've never seen this before. I don't care to debate the man and his beliefs. I think that that's a complete and utter waste of time right now. There's no reason to do that. I don't think that that's profitable. I don't think that that's beneficial. I don't think that's needed. I've been covering video games for 10 years, and I don't think I have ever seen developers and community managers doing what they've been doing. It's like, what are you doing? You're attached to some big project. Their entire, staff of people that you're putting in jeopardy when you do that, because you can hurt the profitability of a game, you can hurt the demand for a game, you can damage the game's public image, But this year we have consistently seen this sort of thing happen, and I don't understand it at all. I do not understand it. It's bizarre. If you could point me to like developers and engineers and people that did this in the past, in the past 12 months, I would say the same thing. I would say that's indefensible. That's evil. That's terrible. You should not be doing that. And I don't think you can. I don't think you can pinpoint it. That's the reason this is touching gaming. I have no interest in debating this with you guys because I do not know the backstory. I don't know the lore. A lot of the receipt pulls I'm seeing are clips that are 5 seconds, and I'm like, I was like, we live in an age of it's so impossible to know which way's up. So I have zero desire to discuss or debate the man. We're talking about video game companies who have staff who are saying things about this situation that are creating, incredible amounts of controversy for their projects and for their games. And I think people should really consider that. I said the exact same thing when the guy when the guy did that earlier this year with Avowed. It's like, brother, there's an entire team of people that worked on that game. There's an entire team of people that worked on that game. I don't know what you think you're doing, stoking these cultural fires and making it about your video game. And it caused a bunch of heat and a bunch of hate for Avowed because that guy wanted to make it about him. So... The person was fired, Petrov. Yes, the person at Sucker Punch was fired. So, in 10 minutes, we're going to switch gears and play Borderlands. And I don't want to see a whiff of this in my chat. But the shadow drops, there was like 2 or 3. Like, everybody right now, your heart's racing and you feel like I'm going to type something and it's really going to make a difference and I'm really going to say this thing. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. This is not the place. This is not the medium for any of the things you guys are attempting to discuss. You're going to achieve literally nothing. The reason this is coming to gaming is because there are people who work at these gaming companies who do not consider the ramifications of their actions, and I think that they should. Because they are attached to something far bigger than themselves. Trying to ignore it now. You just need to remember that, like, the opinions of people are immaterial. Like, if people see this differently than you and their opinion is this, that, or the third, they liked him, they hated him, who the frick cares? It's all immaterial. Like, what you think about him can't do a thing to me, right? And what I think about him can't do a thing to you. The reason this is coming to gaming is because of exactly the stuff that's been happening, very consistently, is that people don't think through the ramifications of the fact that, I'm attached to a multi-million-dollar project with hundreds and hundreds of employees, and I'm putting all those employees in the project in jeopardy because I want to pop off on Twitter or Blue Sky. You thought the direct was maybe a 5 or a 6? I thought it was fine. I thought, you know, got release dates. It was a 10 based off Fire Emblem. Give it a 7. I was excited that we got a release date for Metroid, and I was excited that Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are coming. No, I don't think Sucker Punch should say anything. That's not their job. That's not their job. Listen, you can't have it both ways. A lot of the people this year and many years leading up to this year have said that they don't want these companies to speak out and they don't want these companies to get political. Well, that cuts both ways. They quietly dealt with it. That's exactly what they should do. Their job is to bring a great game to the market, not frickin' make you feel better about some dumb, popping off their mouth on Blue Sky. That's not their job. Their job is to make a great game and to bring that great game to the public. Their job is not to satiate your bruised ego or feelings. They responded in the way that they should have responded. They said, you're out of here. And then that's all they have to do. They don't have to get out here and post a blog or post a tweet. Cuts both ways. If you don't want them to get that way, then don't ask them to. I agree with you, but people want that. I think people need to figure out what they want from these companies. I think people got really upset about what Randy Pitchford said about performance of Borderlands on PC. And it was like, he was honest. Do you want honesty or do you want PR? Right? Like, what do you want? Do you want honesty? Because he was honest. He was honest. He was like, listen, if you're playing on a weaker system, you can't expect the game to run. And people got really angry and really upset. And it was like, I don't understand why you're upset. He was honest. If he would have given some like PR-approved corporate answer about performance and how they try to make sure the game runs as good as possible and blah, 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 well, sure, it wouldn't have been, harsh and frank and whatever. But what would it have done for you? It wouldn't have given you any information. I don't understand. Are we trying to be... Are we trying to be tough? Are we trying to be masculine? Are we trying to be stoic? If we are, why are we letting the words of CEOs upset us so easily? I don't know. I see a lot of big talk about, masculinity and stoicism and what it is to be a man. But then I also see a lot of emotional reaction to stuff that just doesn't seem to require it. It's like, people seem to get really upset because the CEO is like, what do you expect? If you're on weaker hardware, if you're on older hardware, that's just how it is. You finally started the Ghost of Tsushima DLC a few days ago. It's really good. When you finish Ghost of Tsushima's DLC, I think you'll agree with me and see why that they didn't do more with Jin Sakai. I think it was the right decision to no longer... to not do anything more with his story. Anger doesn't count as emotion. It is an emotion. What are you talking about? Anger is often referred to as a negative emotion, which isn't true. It's simply an emotion. An emotion is an outward indicator of something going on internally. Oh, you were being sarcastic, Milk Dud. Sorry. I didn't see your second comment. You said because reasons. The final boss was BS. Also, the Fight Club was BS. You mean the Fight Club with the wooden sword? I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really unique. I thought the final boss was fine. I don't think it was as good as the final boss in in Tsushima. We're back to my YouTube crashing Chrome. It wasn't happening, and now it's happening again. They must have rolled back changes. Thank you, Zane Brown, for renewing your member. I didn't see this. And then Dynamite Black with 26 months and a member plus. Thank you so much. Did you get better loot and more XP for playing Borderlands 4 on the hard difficulty first playthrough? It tells you when you set it to hard what you get. I believe it's more currency. They do more damage and you get more currency, I think. The 3 to 4 fight in the Fight Club, the guy cheats. I don't remember that, Rope. I remember it being fun and unique, but I don't remember somebody cheating. There was one fight where I thought I felt like I wasn't understanding what was going on, and I eventually beat it. I thought it was my fault. I thought maybe I was messing something up. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to be switching to Borderlands 4 in like 1 or 2 minutes here, and I need your guys' big help and support over there on Purple today. We'll in about 15 minutes, around 11 o'clock. Haseyo gifts a member. Thank you so much, Haseyo. He might be trying to set something up here. There he goes. If anybody's been sitting on a 20 bomb on YouTube, now's the time. Now's the time. Thank you so much. I'm playing on hard. The loot is better quality and you get more resources. You take more damage, though, and elemental damage matters a lot. Okay. There you go. I was on Lethal and had to look up. People were like, yeah. Okay. I want 200 likes in the first minute. Yes. Let's get as many likes as we possibly can. Especially for gameplay. We really want to do as much as we can with gameplay on the channel, especially when we have a game like Borderlands where I can kind of go the distance with it. So you guys supporting will be immense. All right. How do I do this? I can't remember how to do this. No. I can never remember. Oh. This website is so frustrating. There it is. Okay. Can someone please slam it home? Hasio is asking for you guys to slam it home with a 20 bomb. The homie's legit just straight up asking. All right, here's what I need to do. I need to switch. Okay. We're going to be running a wife command over there. Let me get Borderlands up and running. Oh, do I have MSI running? Well, I didn't run MSI yesterday, so we'll just run it without it. Okay. Hang on, I gotta mute my ring. The kids must be playing outside. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to move me. If I remember right, we were like over here and a little bit smaller is what we were doing. I'll run this down in the corner, and then we can run the contest in here maybe. There we go. Okay. Okay. I appreciate you guys supporting this today. This is going to be a bit of a different day, but it should be awesome. And I appreciate you guys so much and all that you've done to support me over the years. And Borderlands could be, it could be a really good moment for us. I've got a lot of history with Borderlands. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, Cardock Ren's already getting started. Hang on a minute, boys. Hang on a minute. I'm going as fast as I can, boys. Okay. All right, let me get both dashboards pulled up. Zinthos, thank you for a VIP. And a 20 bomb comes in. Oh, my gosh. There it is. Silent Spartan slammed it home, and I didn't even see it. Thank you so much. Okay, we're working on the big one now. We're working on 750. Okay, that's for the weekend stream with Madam. Thank you guys so much. And the member battle is now 105. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. There we go, 105. And I know Twitch is catching up, so let me get that pulled up as well. Oh, for frick's sake. We got drops enabled. I'm trying to give myself the ability to see everything. This is going to be insane. Cardot gifted 10. All right, hang on. Member battle is 11. And then the total here is now 511. Okay. All right, let me get set here. I need to be able to see both. Okay, that should work. That should work. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a link in chat over there on YouTube. We're going to redirect to the new stream. All right? Thank you for the $2 super chat. Here we go again. Thank you. Thank you so much for checking out this video. We're going to continue my gameplay, my Borderlands 4 gameplay. This will be Borderlands 4 Vex gameplay on PC. I do now have the day one patch. I am on a pretty strong rig with the 5070 Ti, so my experience is not necessarily indicative of the experience on PC. I know there's tons of issues. They're trying to fix them. It doesn't have a great score. I'm going to end the previous stream and bring folks over with Redirect. We did a co-stream of the Nintendo Direct this morning.